A lot of people got the misconception, misunderstood in their minds that the more money you have, the wealthier you are. And although that might be partially true on this earthly plane we call life, because if you don't work, you don't eat, money is somewhat of a quote-unquote freedom unit. But how much freedom is it actually providing you if it's absorbing most of your day, most of your week, most of your month, most of your year, most of your life? Are our lives really worth 25, 35, 45, 50, 60, 70 bucks an hour to buy our life, to buy our time that we can't get back? Guess what? You can always make more money. You can't make more time. The true definition of wealth is being able to do what you want from the second you open up your eyes to the second you go to sleep. Are you able to do what you want throughout your day? If your answer is yes to that question, then you, my friend, are truly wealthy. If your answer is no, you may or may not have to reevaluate your life. But we have very short lives. We're not guaranteed 100 years. We'll live to be 70, 80, 90 if we're lucky, if we take care of ourselves. But most of us probably won't see past 50, 60, 70. And if you're 30, 40 right now watching this, that means you at your midlife crisis right now. You got maybe 30 years left if you're lucky. What happens after you work your whole life? You work your whole life, and if you're lucky, around your mid-60s, late 60s, you can file for retirement? What, for Social Security? And do what when you're all achy and pain and can barely get out of the bed with a bad bladder? Why wait to the end of your life to enjoy your life? Why not start enjoying your life now? Right now, when you have your youth, your spirit, you're agile, you're able to do things. You know, there was a saying that was like, if you enjoy what you do, it won't feel like work. Remember that? You remember? Remember that saying when we was in school, they said, make sure you get a career or a job doing what you enjoy to do. Because if you enjoy doing it, then it won't feel like work. It's kind of like reverse psychology. Once money becomes involved, you ever notice how what you enjoy doing no longer becomes enjoyable? Or even better yet, you ever thought about how back then when you said, oh man, I wish I made more money. I need this much an hour and I'll be good. And then you get that much an hour and several, 8 months, maybe a year down the line, you're no longer good. A lot of people bite off more than what they can really handle. A lot of people get into debt to put up this facade, to put up this image that they're wealthy. When in all actuality, they just building up the debt. And then they end up becoming miserable, not happy, living lives that are on autopilot. You ever seen the movie Click with Adam Sandler? I really like that movie. And one of the main things that I gathered from that movie is autopilot. A lot of us live our lives on autopilot. We autopilot throughout our work days. Imagine it. You're in a 9 to 5, you clock in. You can't wait till it's the end of the day. Guess what? It's the end of the day. It's 6 p.m. You're ready to clock out. What happened to those 10 hours? Were you really here? Were you on this earthly plane, or were you in La La Land? And if you were in La La Land, were you really living life? I want you to think about that, man. Food for thought. You really need to put your life into perspective and weigh what's more important to you. Because as I said earlier in the story, although money is technically a freedom unit, how much freedom is it really providing you if it's trapping you in an office, if it's trapping you in a kitchen, if it's trapping you on a roof, if it's trapping you under a vehicle, and you're not fixing your own car, you're fixing customers' cars, not because you want to, but because you have to, because you got that mortgage, because you got that car note, because you got that insurance, because you got that new iPhone 27, because you got this facade you got to keep up, because you got to keep up with the Joneses from up the block. Time is wealth. And doing what you want throughout your day is truly the meaning of an enjoyable life. Think about it. What would you do if money wasn't a thing? What would your occupation be? What would you be doing from your 9 to 5 instead of being at work? What would you do? Do you enjoy golfing? Would you go golfing? Do you enjoy turning wrenches? Would you just be working on your car all day? Do you enjoy bike riding? Do you enjoy skating? What do you enjoy? And if you could come up with that answer, my friend, you shouldn't be watching this video. You should be going doing what you enjoy, because you can't get this time back. I hate to say it. We're all dying. No matter how old you are, whether you 1 or whether you 99, we're all promised the same thing at the end of the world. The end is a grave, 6 feet under. Some of you guys might want to be burned. The other ones might want to be buried. Some cool people might want to be molded in on a motorcycle and ride on the block, you know what I mean, on the bike, and take them through the block for the last spin when they little environment fluid, you feel me? But time is the true meaning of wealth. And remember, all that stuff you can't take to the grave with you. Just a bunch of luggage you can't take to the grave with you. You end up leaving it to a bunch of people you may or may not like. They end up selling it, passing it off, don't have the same emotional attachment to what you once loved. So why are we wasting time? Why are you wasting time? At least you do me a favor. Find a hobby. Find something you like to do. Do more what interests you. Sewing. Something that you really enjoy. I don't know what it is. Art. Making music. Something that you enjoy. When you're able to build your days, when you're able to build your weeks, build your months, build your years the way you like it, then, my friend, you will be truly wealthy. Because there's people with a lot of money that ain't got a lot of time. No matter how much money you got, you can't say, hey, give me 50 more years. But on this flesh, this thing we call body, greetings, fellow earthlings, and viewers across the World Wide Web. This thing don't last long. It don't last long at all, man. So take care of it. Appreciate it while you got it. Remember, we take none of that to the grave, but we leave memories with the people we leave behind. So spend your life having great experiences, making memories. Spend $600 on a handbag, on some electronics, or you could spend $600 and go take a plane flight or a cruise, or go get in your car and gas up and drive across the country and build a memory. Because when you're 70, 80 years old, all the electronics and all the materials and all the brands and all this stuff that clouded our minds, it ain't gonna mean nothing. When you're a senior citizen and you're at your last days and you're on your bed, deathbed, all you're gonna think about is the memories. The life you lived. You're gonna regret the things you didn't do. And all you're gonna leave behind is the memories. The memories of the time you spent with the ones you loved. But guess what? Every 100 years, they're recycling people. Every 100 years, they're recycling employees. The second you go, they're gonna fill your place in a heartbeat. Don't get caught up in the trap.